I just learned something that I never knew it existed, and I'm so blown away. And I feel like I need to use this medium to also educate you all. I have been to Liberia. I know how Liberia was formed, but I never knew that once upon a time, I mean, we had Barbadians leaving Barbados to Liberia. I was in Liberia. No one told me this story, man. Is it really true? Sorry, because I'm shocked. Is it really true that in Liberia we got like Barbadians that left here?
Yeah.
Why did they leave in the first place?
Right, so they left to get better opportunities in Africa because they were offered, in Liberia in particular, they were offered 25 acres for every family that came from the president of Liberia. And if you came as an individual, you get 10 acres of fresh, fertile land, and you can build it up and build your own town. The Barbadians actually built a town in Liberia called Crozierville.
Are you from Liberia? I really want to visit Liberia again just to get to see this one more time, because I've been to Liberia, but I didn't know what you're telling me, and I'm coming from the continent and I have no idea what you're telling me. But I know that there are people out there who watches these videos that knows this. So if you're from Liberia, do you know this town? What is the name again?
Crozierville.
Formed by the Barbadians that left here to Barbados.
Yeah.
Which year was this?
It's 1865.
1865. How many Barbadians left in here?
About 346 went on a boat called the Cora.
Can you show me more? Because I really want to know more.
Right, so on this boat, this is his speech, talking with the president of Liberia, offering the 25 acres of fresh fertile land and the 10 acres. And this is actually a little paragraph on the journey that the people took from Barbados to get to Liberia, and all of the build up towards it, how much funding it took, the date that they left, the time that they left.
Cora, that's the name of the ship.
Yeah, the Cora.
It took them 33 days to get to Liberia. I wanted to know number of young people in that ship that time.
Right, so out of the 346, about 231 were children, and all of the rest were adults. In terms of young people, let's say between age 20 to 39, there were about 58, and about 30 to 39 were 63. There weren't many older people, because most of it was children and young people that could actually build the country and have the skills to build up, to cut down trees, build houses, make clothes, everything like that.
Can you see this, man? Now I feel like going to Liberia again, man. And even the Liberia and Barbados, it's like, it sounds similar, you know?
Yeah. They got some similarities too. The first church that they built was called Christ Church. And this is the Barbadians that went down there. And Christ Church is the name of a parish in Barbados.
Oh,
I think there's also a Broad Street in Liberia. And we have a Broad Street here.
That's crazy, man. Who is this?
This is Arthur Barclay. He was the president of Liberia, and he was also a Barbadian. He left Barbados when he was about 9 years old to better opportunities in Liberia, and from there he became the president. One of his other, I think it's his son or some other family member, Edwin Barclay, also became the president.
Yeah. Barbadian roots.
Yeah, Barbadian roots. All these people here have prominent roles in Liberian history, and they were all Barbadians, or descendants of Barbadians.
Will you say that some of the names that we can find in Liberia right now are of Barbadian descent?
Yeah, a lot of the names. So there's Padmore, there's Barclay, there's Clark, there's Darrell, Doldren, Arthur. We have a list of names actually right here.
Look at that. And if you're wondering where do these names come from, it's also like more like a plantation.
Yeah.
Because Barbados had over 500 plantations, so which means over 500 slave masters. So the plantation that you work in as an enslaved African, that is the name that you have. Their real names were taken away from them.
Yeah. some people would have created their own names after the slavery, because you see people with names like Prince and Queen and King.
But I heard some of the names were also derogatory.
Yeah, some of them.
Like for example?
Like there's a name like Cubba. Like Cubba is a name that you would see in the slave records, but in Barbadian society, a Cubba is like an idiot, basically.
Wow. Interesting.
This is the list of Bajan passengers that left from Barbados in 1865 to go to Liberia. You see a lot of different last names here. Skeet, Austin, Wells, Padmore, Darrow, Chapman. So these are Barbadian names. So if you live in Liberia and you have one of these names, you might be a Barbadian descent.
Gonna cover too. You're saying that it's gonna be a Sankofa movement?
The Sankofa pilgrimage, May 6th to 13th, 2024. All the descendants of those early voyagers, they're going to be returning to us just to have a feel of where their ancestry is buried, and you know. So about 500 persons are expected during that trip.
This is so new to me. I can't believe this, but I mean, this is why I travel, so it's quite interesting. So if you're from Liberia and you're watching this video, share this to your dad, you know, tell your dad that they are calling them in Barbados, and it's about time you all come and see your ancestors, where your ancestors were buried. This is interesting. Pardon this name. Jackman. Look at the names, man. I'm so sorry. I'm touching it, but I just want you all to see. I want you to see your name in here. Can you see your name, your surname? We go down. Campbell. Williams. Okay. Welcome to Barbados. And I'll see you all in the next one.